Records. I'm Luke. This is my friend Jaden.
Jukely Joe on the street.
Today we're going to be talking about the state of rap today. Kind of what's turned from lyrical rap, or rap that really means something, into shit. Yeah. Shit about nothing but drugs. And I'm talking mainly about mumble rappers. I'm not talking about people like Kendrick, people like Cole. We'll get into that. First thing I want to bring up. Lil Pump.
Lil Pump.
He recently came out with a video, Drug Addicts.
I don't think I've seen that.
With Charlie Sheen.
Okay, yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah. And it kind of made me think, like, is that really what we're valuing nowadays?
Yeah. I mean, like, what's he talking about? My whole gang
Full of
drug addicts.
Like him and Charlie Sheen walking down the halls of a hospital popping Xanax and all these pills. Is that really?
Yeah, is that really what we're bragging about? Like, I mean, I have an issue. I have a sickness. My whole gang cancer patients.
Like, my whole gang cancer patients.
That's some shit like that.
That's
my whole gang
condition.
Got diabetes. No offense, Luke.
But I don't know. You're really singing about like a fucking concerning medical condition. It's not even like, yeah, we drug addicts, like, it's cool. It's like, I'm addicted to fucking methamphetamine.
If I stop taking these pills, I'm gonna have serious withdrawal symptoms. Like, I'm gonna be shaking.
You're gonna need to tie me down to my hospital bed. I'm having seizures.
My family doesn't really know me very well anymore.
Charlie Sheen would know. Didn't it kind of fucking end his career?
Something like that.
Whole gang full of drug addicts.
What's the Charlie Sheen quote? He's like,
winning.
That I have a condition. It's called winning
now.
Yeah.
I have a condition for you. It's called fucking winning.
Winning.
Oh, he's winning now because I bet you he made a shit ton of money off of being on that track with Lil Pump. But anyway,
I hope.
I can. Cool. Yeah. You go.
No, what? I wasn't saying anything. Go ahead.
All right. We could maybe compare that to someone that Lil Pump has had some beef with recently. Actually, recently resolved, but did have beef with him. J. Cole.
Your boy.
Yeah, your boy, who released an album, KOD, Kids on Drugs.
Yeah.
Whole album was about like drug problems and about his experience with them, how he's dealt with them, about how he wants America and wants kids nowadays. And we see that in our school. We see that with our friends about how that affects them. Mm-hmm. And then the last track, 1985, off of KOD, is talking about Lil Pump and it's talking about mumble rappers.
Yeah.
And saying, like, you think you've got it now. You think that this is it. But you think this type of revenue is never ending. But I'm just taking a minute to tell you that ain't true.
Yeah, he's talking about, like, you know, you gotta invest in a house and shit. Yeah. And then, like, you know, he's like kind of mentoring Lil Pump. He's like, come here, little man.
Let me talk with you.
I just imagine, like, Lil Pump, like, he's actually like Lil, and then, like, J. Cole's like, come here, son. Sit on daddy's lap. And he puts him on his lap. He's like, listen, son.
He's like twice his age.
You think running around with these kids out here is cool and stuff, but, like, you know, you got to keep that shit real. This shit ain't going to last forever. Yeah. Now go play outside.
Yeah, go play outside, yeah.
Go do your Xanax. But, yeah, I mean, we got, like, the two sides, you know. Like, he's like, you know, drug addict is like a badge of honor. Like, yeah, I'm a drug addict. I pop pills. My whole existence is revolves around that. And then we got J. Cole, who's like, you know, this is not cool, guys. Like, can we stop, please?
He says a little bit better than that.
Yeah, he says
a
little.
Cool.
He says a little better than that. Puts it better than I can.
A little bit.
But
sometimes he gets a little boring. But.
A little bit more poetic than I really can. But yeah, that's basically like rap today. You know, we got these guys and we got these guys, and these guys are popular and these guys aren't.
The so-called mumble rappers and the so-called lyrical rappers.
Yeah.
And that it doesn't just apply to drugs. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, and there's been ever since rap and hip hop started. It's always been about gangs. It's always been about like what life is like down in like the inner city.
Because like I showed you that one song, "The Message" by Grandmaster Flash. Really going back,
Mhm.
that was the first song. I'm not gonna say it's like the first verse, but it's the first song that was really like talking about something. It's the message. It's like,
It's the message on the message.
yes, the message on the message. He's talking about living in like inner city New York and stuff, and like broken glass everywhere, and then like people pissing on the stairs.
People
Just don't
pissing
care.
on the stairs.
That's a real lyric, and like
Yeah.
he's talking to like he can't get out, and like he's getting frustrated and stuff. He's talking about his son, and all this stuff. So like rap, it kind of revolved around that, like gangs. It kind of like if you look at the history of rap, it kind of came from that, and like these rappers nowadays they don't have that type of experience, yet they still feel like they can talk about it.
Yeah.
And I guess that's okay. I mean, I don't have any experience with this.
Let me pose a question
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
Let me pose a question
Okay.
for you. So, back when rap and hip hop started, it was born from all these tragedies, and it was born from drug addicts. It was born from people who were poor and living on the street. But like J. Cole says in 1985, he says, like, I love to see a black man get paid.
Uh-huh.
Like, I can see you're having fun, and I respect that. And
Uh-huh.
do you think that even though they're rapping about the shit that they were in the first place, as long as they're getting paid and as long as they're on top, is that okay?
I mean,
Is that acceptable?
what do you mean? Like the mumble rappers, like Lil Pump?
Yeah, I mean, when you rap about drugs and you rap about your gang life,
Mm-hmm.
but now you're on top, now you're getting paid, now you're not living in a place with people pissing on the floors.
Yeah.
Like, does that justify the lyrics? Does that justify the message of the song?
Well, yeah, of course.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, I don't. What? Because like, okay, what you're saying is them talking about it to get out of those situations. Is it justifiable that they talk about it, and then
No, not talk about it. I mean, glorify it. Like, whole gang full of drug addicts. Like
Okay.
people like Lil Pump.
Okay, here's the deal though. So glorifying, that's a word that's been tossed around in hip hop, like with my man, my favorite, Tupac, and among other, like when gangster rap was a thing, like back in the '90s, it was, gangster rap was the shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and that was what was popular, and people, the media, the mainstream was saying that they were glorifying gang life.
Mm.
But with them, the reality of it was they were just talking about their lives. And that's what rap really, that's all it is. It's just people telling stories. And that's what I liked. But when we get to Lil Pump and all that, I don't know his life. I don't know his background.
That's true.
But from what I can discern, he's like not really like,
Never
I
really
c-
struggled.
I
Or
mean,
maybe not even that, but like,
okay.
he's not. It doesn't seem like he grew up in Compton, California, or the
Yeah.
inner city. He kind of looks like he was just some kid who decided, hey, fuck it.
Was he the one who like dropped out of Harvard or something? Was
He
that,
did, didn't he? Did he drop out of Harvard?
Was that a rumor or was that like real?
I don't know.
If so,
Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna look that shit up.
he's the dumbest person I know. If he did that,
Drop out of Harvard, or is he the smartest person? Because he's making money.
yeah,
He's making bank. J.
For
Cole
now.
talked about that in the interview. He says, "I respect you.
because you're making money.
You're
but like,
making money."
the thing, but he
I
said in
know
the
your
reverse
game.
too. Like, he's not gonna last forever. He's not gonna be big forever. Like he's with our generation now, and then once we get older, like J. Cole was talking about, after our generation, he's not really gonna be popular after that.
All right, he did not actually go to Harvard. That's just a rumor. Thank God. Holy shit.
Okay, that was a stupid one. Anyway, what was I saying? We're talking about J. Cole. No, not J. Cole. Lil Pump. I don't know the guy. I don't know his background. I don't know his history. I'm not gonna make any judgments on his history, so I don't know. But what he's mainly rapping about is, popping Xannies and stuff, and
But he's rapping about how that's fun. He's rapping about like,
Yes.
I'm living the life
yes,
doing all
exactly.
this.
That's the point I was trying to get to. Like, he is glorifying it. That is real glorifying. Like,
Mhm.
I know personally people who like take the shit and they're like, yeah, man, it's cool. Cause like, I don't know if they hear it in the music, but I feel like that has something to do with it.
Yeah.
And like, it's like that is real glorifying, you know. Like you have people who grew up in the struggle and they're talking about it, and people think it's cool and stuff. Like suburban white kids think it's cool,
Yeah.
but that's just that's by proxy. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
They're not glorifying it.
I mean, hell, you look at people like Little Xan,
Mhm.
who's just, I mean, God, I'd throw another Lil in there whenever we're talking about the bad ones, but
Yeah.
no, he's a white boy. He's like, I mean, he's coming from a white boy,
He's a
but
white
at least
boy.
I'm criticizing here. I'm not putting my music out. I'm not putting my views out there saying, you know, whole gang full of drug addicts.
Mhm.
But no, Lil Xan, he's a man that, and if he ever releases something, he will. But when he releases something, I will bring this up again. That the man has no talent. He has no musical abilities whatsoever. He's
Goddamn.
popular because he's an emo boy with long hair, and he has face tattoos, and he sings about drugs. And
That's
so there's so many emo teenagers that are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna nut because of this fucking emo boy.
I'm a fucking
Yeah,
nut.
because I don't know. It's such bullshit to me
Mhm.
that, like, so many people are like, why, like, you know, why isn't Lil Xan up there winning a Grammy this year? And it's like, maybe because he put zero fucking effort in. He put zero hustle in. He could have just gotten a normal job. It's not like there was anything holding him back. He wasn't, you know, it's not like because of his skin color he couldn't get a job. That's like, he's a white boy. He grew up in, like, a normal life.
Well, he fucked up his skin now.
Well, yeah, he
He's not
fucked
gonna
up
get
his skin.
He's not gonna get a job now.
He might need to in 5 years when he's on Love
Yeah.
and Hip Hop.
Yeah,
Like J.
exactly.
Cole said, but no, but the reason that he's never gonna win a Grammy, I don't think anyone with a Lil in their name is ever gonna win a Grammy, is because they can't go further than where they are now.
Yeah.
They've said everything that they can say. They're just saying it in different ways every song.
Yes.
Whereas someone like Kendrick Lamar, someone like Tupac, J. Cole, they have stuff to say, and they say it with every release, and they say it most of the time better, but they get their message out there in a way that's poetic and musically just beautiful, and they have talent, and that's why I'm so into those rappers, and that's what got me into music was a Kendrick Lamar song called "How Much a Dollar Cost," because the message of that song was, it wasn't, you know, because my opinion of hip hop before then, you know, growing up, fucking white kid, fucking white boy, was, hey, all this is about fucking, you know, drugs and partying and shit. And my sister shows me this song, you know, How Much a Dollar Costs, which is about Kendrick getting a life lesson from a homeless man outside a store,
Turns out
talking
he
like,
died.
yeah, talking about, like, yo, I see you have money, and, like, I need some. And Kendrick's like, no, I know you're gonna use it to buy crack. Like,
Mhm.
I know this. I see your hustle. Like, you smell like, you smell like grandpapa's old gin, or moonshine and gin. You babbling, your words ain't flattering. But, and then, the guy turns out to be God. And it's just the way it's presented, the way it's written, the way it's recorded. It's all beautiful, and the music will swell up towards the end, and it
And-
finally hits you.
The most important part is it has a moral.
It does, yeah.
Be humble.
Yeah.
And like, you know, that's damn straight. Like, no refuting. That's poetry.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's poetry. And that's the rap I love, is poetry. It has to be poetic. And don't get me wrong here. Sometimes I just want to vibe. I just want to, like, turn up, you know? And there's like Tupac, he's not he's a good lyricist all the time, but he's not
You gotta turn up.
always like telling a story. I mean, I can name Tupac songs where he's just rapping about shit, like, you know, like women and alcohol and stuff. And that's okay. But he's dynamic.
Yeah.
He's-
You know that there's a side of him, or there's most of him, is about getting the message out there, but that sometimes he just wants to lay back.
Exactly. Cuz like, you know, like you hear about in English class and stuff, there's like flat characters or like round characters.
Absolutely.
And then, like, even beyond it, there's, like, dynamic characters who change. And, like, Lil Pump, Lil Xan, like, black characters, and then like Tupac, like Kendrick, stuff like that, brown characters.
Absolutely.
They have songs about like whatever mood you're in, you know?
Yeah, you want to turn up to a Kendrick song. Think of fucking Wesley's Theory, the intro to Pimp a Butterfly. That shit, I hate to use the word, but it fucking bops. It fucking bops. Better than, I mean, honestly, better than. Sure, Lil Pump can be catchy. Like, everyone's had Gucci Gang stuck in their head at some point in their lives.
Cause it's like
It's an earworm.
it's an earworm, but on top of that, like, I'm just gonna say, like, he's got a good producer behind him. Most of those guys do. That's really, I mean, I guess that's really all people care about now is like a good beat.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I can't wrap my head around it. And Luke feels the same way about this. At least I think he can tell his opinion in a second. But like, you know, I just can't wrap my head around people who don't listen to the lyrics and like want to like gain something from it or like
Absolutely
learn something or like it tells a story, keeps you invested, you know, to the end. You know, like you listen to it and like you feel like you can learn something, so you kind of listen to it more, listen to the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
But people just seem to like blank that stuff out, you know? Like there's nothing enriching with like Gucci Gang or something like that. So it keeps your attention for a little bit because it sounds catchy, it sounds good. But after like past the beat and everything, there's nothing really to it, you know? Like for me, a song experience has to be two parts. You know, you listen to the beat, you like it, you listen to the song. You listen to the song, you like the lyrics, you listen to it over and over again. You listen to a song, you like the beat, and you know, then you like it, you listen to it. You listen to the lyrics, they're subpar. I mean, I lose interest.
Yeah. I mean, a song me and Jaden have been listening to, like every time we hang out, we kind of keep getting hooked on the song. Kendrick Lamar's "Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst."
Fuck.
It's just, I don't know, you notice something about it every time. That's why it's one of the best songs ever written.
Exactly.
It's on one of the best albums ever written.
Mm-hmm.
Is because, you know, he's telling multiple stories within a song,
Mm-hmm.
but every time you listen to it,
Yes.
you notice something different. You notice something new.
Yes.
And there's something that gives you goosebumps.
Yeah.
You're never going to get goosebumps from listening to Drug Addicts.
Yeah.
Whole gang full of drug addicts.
Yeah.
Mixed with,
Ooh, my dad was a drug
Ooh.
addict.
fuck.
But like, yes, exactly. I'm like one my favorite album of all time is AT Aliens by Outkast, which Outkast isn't known for being like the best lyricist, but I swear to God, Andre 3000 is one of my favorite rappers of all time. He is an amazing lyricist. Every time you listen to one of his tracks, it's something new, something fresh every time. Like you notice more, cause like, I mean, maybe it's just because I've gotten older, but I first listened to it in like 7th grade. My dad introduced me to it, and I listened to it, and like I listened to the whole thing. It was like the first album where I could listen to the whole thing, not skipping a song at all, and all of them were good. And then like I got a little older, and I listened to it like recently. And, like, there's so much stuff in it that I didn't even notice the first time. So much, like, I didn't even realize was in each song. And it was all coming, most of it was coming from Andre 3000, who's such a great lyricist. He has so many layers to him, to his lyrics, that you can extract something new every time.
That's what makes good music.
Yes.
That's what, like, I mean, someone let's talk in the middle here, Drake, who I'll be talking about Scorpion soon here. Or maybe I already uploaded that, I don't know. But Drake, I feel, he's kind of the in-between. Where sometimes he's got a message, sometimes it's just a party. But Drake's music, 95% of the time, you listen to it once, you've heard it a million times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you listen to a song, sure, it might be good, it might be fun. There's also some that are like, yeah. I mean, March 14th off of the new album, he talks about his son, and sure, it's got a message, but it's like, he just kind of says it. He just says, like, this is what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And it's not, he's talking, like, maybe it's, like, done in a good way, but it's not done in a way that makes you want to come back to it. I don't think I'll ever listen to Scorpion again, besides maybe Nice for What and the one featuring Michael Jackson, I might come back to. But
yeah, like Luke was saying, like, and what I kind of said earlier, like poetry, you know, when you just say it say your message, say what you're talking about out loud. It's like prose. You know, there's poetry and there's prose. Prose is like a novel. You know, it just has a story laid out for you. Might have some figurative language, but not likely. Poetry is figurative language. They use like metaphors, similes, and different things like that to sort of build their message and build what they're talking about. So when you have poetry, you can go back to it and experience something new every time, and that's what I love about rap music, and that's what I love about certain artists.
Yeah. I think that's probably a good place to wrap up. Moral of the story: it doesn't really matter what you listen to, long as you like it. But maybe you should try listening to some Kendrick Lamar sometime. J. Cole too, Tupac.
Yeah, we kind of got off topic with rap today, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Rap yesterday too.
Rap yesterday, rap tomorrow.
Rap.
Where's rap going?
Where's rap been?
1, 2, 3, 4. Now rap is at your door.
All right. See you next time, guys. That was kind of a shitty outro, but what the fuck ever.